If you or someone you know is going through a tough time and wants to look into and learn how to turn it into purpose and initiative, you have come to the right place. There is no avoiding tough times for our entire lives. Each and every one of us goes through times of turbulence, painful times, tough times. It's part of the human experience. But even though each and every one of us goes through a tough time in one way or another, one time or another, how we choose to react to and respond to the situation can differ very greatly. There are two primary ways or options to choose from when trying to respond to a tough situation. One of those options or ways being to let it get the worst of you, let it suck all the ambition out of you from wanting to achieve your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, letting it kind of just take control over you and let it define you. Or, on the other hand, taking the necessary time that you need to process the situation and taking the necessary time that you need to heal from it. And then do a self-reflection where you think about things that you have learned about yourself, learn from it, and keep moving forward. We do not learn nearly as much as we do about ourselves when we go through the highs, when we go through consistent positive times. It is through those times of turbulence and those frustrating and uncertain times where we truly figure out who we are and what we're made of. You're not going to go through an amazing time and say, oh wow, I can take on anything. It's not those times that make us think like that. It's through the hardships where we say to ourselves, wow, I can actually take on more than I thought I could. A lot of times, it's through the bad where we can see the true good in us. And now going off of the more positive ways to respond to a tough situation is to turn it into purpose and initiative. There are so many ways to take those times that almost broke you or maybe even broke you and turn it into something great and valuable. And before I get into those ways, I want to say that do not rush the process of healing. Do not rush the process of processing what happened. Each and every one of us has a different timeline of grievance. And the more that you try to rush that process, the longer you will go without really getting to the roots of your feelings, which is only going to make you feel more stressed and anxious. If your cup is not filled, how are you going to fill others' cups? So now, without any further ado, let's get into a few ways to take your tough situation and turn it into purpose and initiative. With the first way being to share your story. Whether that's on stage talking to people, in a book, in an article, in a journal, hosting a support group, joining a support group, going on social media and posting about it, commenting on threads, however you would like to do it. Stories are much more inspiring to people than somebody talking about something that they've never been through. As they say, experience is life's greatest teacher. And that doesn't just go for actually going through an experience and learning from it, but that also goes for somebody talking about their experience, teaching the audience how to get through a similar situation. The second way is to develop a cause or some sort of advocacy for it. Whether that's some sort of campaign or a walkathon or doing something online, just any way that you can spread awareness about what happened. The more that you spread awareness and advocate for what you went through, the more people will become aware of it so that whatever happened does not happen, or the likelihood of it happening decreases in their lives and societies. This third way specifically refers to if you do not feel comfortable with sharing your story publicly. If you do not feel comfortable sharing your experience, your story, what you went through publicly, use it as motivation to work on yourself, build yourself up. Whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it might be. Use it as motivation to become the best version of yourself possible and to become that person who you've always wanted to be. use it as personal gains. So as you can see, there are multiple ways to turn your pain and your tough times into purpose. And I haven't even listed all of them. There are plenty more out there. So I hope that what I talked about today helped you gain greater insight into not only the types of responses to tough situations and also the more beneficial response for your overall well-being, but also how to turn those tough times into purpose and initiative. Thank you for tuning into this video and stay tuned for my next one.